Yo, what's up, YouTube? The Canard Economy here again. I didn't win nothing. It's 4:20 right now, and I kind of wanted to eat, and I had some leftover shrimp, and I still didn't eat my crabs yet. So I was like, I might as well just monetize me, open up the shrimp shells and open up the crab leg stuff, because I know people like to see food and cooking and parasocial relationships and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just like I said, I'm reviewing my videos right now. Nothing too special. Well, it's special. I'll say it's special. You know what I mean? Alright. So like I said, I'm just gonna be breaking down my shrimp. Pause. Break it down the shrimp meal. Nothing too crazy. Let's see, got some crabs, just two little. I'm guessing they're snow crabs. Cause like I said, we're in Maryland. We love crabs. We can eat that stuff all day. During the summertime, I'm not really good at measurements and all that type of stuff, but a bushel of crabs and all that type of stuff, pounds and such. Still got some leftover shrimp. I crushed the sausage and shrimp and what else was on there? Whatever, some shit. Y'all seen the plate. I ate it. Like I said, we're actually not supposed to be like the accelerationism. We're actually not supposed to be going this hard. So I'm kind of breaking my brain in a way, the rush. But like I said, I'm good and everything though. I'm healthy, you know. The only thing I just didn't take a shower. Y'all see I changed my clothes. So like I said, I'm still aware and everything. We good to go. I only got 28 minutes and 40 seconds.
I don't know. They got the suburbs
misconstrued. Like I said, then I got the little desktop. That's it, just reviewing stuff, nothing major. Hopefully everybody having a good 420. God kind of trolled us today because it's windy. It's extremely windy, so you can't even really be outside. Really be outside to smoke. So that's kind of fucked. But hopefully, if you blessed enough and it was truly meant to be, you could do it in the house, you know. So yeah, like I said, I got 28 minutes. That's what I'm saying. I really don't feel like doing this stuff, so that's why I said I want to do it on camera and I can monetize it. I'm so lazy and all that type of stuff. I'm like, oh, because that stuff is work, man. That stuff is, you know. I know that it looks like shit, but it's very, very delicious though. And people melt it with butter and all that good stuff. I don't have any butter, and we're not doing all that. And like I said, it's a bunch of shrimp. So I just wanted to, I guess, check in or whatever. Trying to figure out which way I could do it. Because I want to wash my hands first. I want to do it 100%. Like I said, we all the way natural. But you know, some of that stuff you may get parasites. Something. Like I said, I don't mess with seafood. I don't play with food anymore. All right, let me see. I'll make sure I'm not, like I said. Alright, I accidentally pressed the home button and it stopped the video. Hopefully y'all can see. I'm about to lean you on a toaster. Hope it don't slide. It's about to slide. Y'all straight? And I know people like hand stuff too. You know, that may be a whole nother niche in YouTube. You know, because like I said, everybody's watching YouTube for a different reason. So like I said, I just want to help everybody. Kelsey? hurry up and do this. Just washing my hands first. Just a minute. With cold water. Actually, I recommend hot water. Wash your hands with warm water, so it can actually feel like you're actually cleaning off bacteria and all that type of stuff. All that scientific stuff that we can't see with our eyes. Like I said, thank God for scientists. We wouldn't even know that stuff existed. But like I said, another good reason to pay your taxes. Because a lot of people don't believe in that stuff. A lot of conspiracy theorists, which I am. I can understand why y'all wouldn't believe in that type of stuff, but you know, y'all don't have better proof than them. Y'all don't have superior proof than them. Because like I said, see how I'm doing all my stuff with a word of mouth. I'm not really showing it, but I want to show that I'm telling the truth by doing straight physical stuff. So y'all can do it yourself. Like if y'all don't believe my words, y'all could literally get up and do it with me. Or you can go on Google, because everybody literally has Google on their phone. If you live in America, you either have Google, Bing. If you have an iPhone, what is that? The Safari, I think. But like I said, I used to have an iPhone. My last iPhone was the iPhone 6S Plus in silver. And that joint was turned up too. That joint was so fun. Because that's when, like I said, that was the peak of social media. So I wanted to have the good phone to take pictures and everything. I used to have all those pictures, but I was on my grandmother's phone plan and I didn't pay my phone bill. And she took me off She took me off the plan, and I didn't know that it deleted all the shit. So but I was able to still hang on to a few things. Okay. So let me see. Alright, so that's clean hands, right? We're not doing any dirty eating. I know I look dirty, but we're not on that, you know. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me. Okay. This will be shrimp. Can y'all see this shit? I hope y'all can see this shit. Like I said, in here is crabs. Okay. Like I said, that's corn. I don't really like that. I love corn on the cob, but after a few days or after a day, I kind of like fresh vegetables and starch. Okay. Like I said, real good shrimp. Let's see. Real good shrimp. I know people don't eat that type of stuff anymore. Because they think they call it the roach of the sea. You know, it crawls and everything. But like I said, we're humans. We're supposed to eat this type of stuff. Now, if we were out in the wild, I have no idea how we were supposed to know that without somebody telling us that. So that obviously shows that we were supposed to be in groups of hunter-gatherers. And fuck it, the shrimp is so cold. So, I mean, it's not so cold, but it's cold, so it's kind of hard to take the shell off. So hopefully y'all can see that I'm just taking the shells off. So because I'm not going to eat it right now. I just want to make it. I want to make it easier for later, because like I said, it takes a long time to fry these one by one. And especially when you're hungry, it's like, ugh, it's such a time consumer. Like this type of food, you're really supposed to eat it for fun. They call these delicacies in foreign countries. But in America, we have such an abundance. That we take all this type of stuff for granted. Especially my generation, 28. Well, my generation and the one above, which is what, millennial, I believe. You know, we were consumers, and we were over consuming things. If you can't tell by my Twitter page, I look at a lot of type of diverse topics and genres, which y'all should be doing too. Every single human should be doing this. If you're not on the internet, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you. And I was looking at a video yesterday. About how many people drop YouTube videos a day. They said it was some nut shit. It was, man, it's the number is so crazy it breaks my brain. But pretty much it lost a billion. I was gonna say a billion hours, but it's like a billion channels, billion hours, all that type of bullshit. It's over 100 million. It's over 100 million hours of YouTube channels that drop every day. And for some reason, I think I'm gonna make it. But like I said, that's why I'm not on here trying to get famous. I'm just on here to drop the best knowledge that's available on the internet, because I don't see anybody else talking about it. I see everybody else playing around. You know. Shout out to the homie Clavicular for hold on. Yeah. Shout out to Clavicular for dropping a bag on his entrepreneurship to get the club in Miami. He ended up being the top Miami owner. I think he's the most that ever dropped that much. But no, I doubt that. That sounds like misinformation. But I mean to say, like the most popular, like the most on the rise. You know what I mean? Because as you all could see, you all know who Clavicular is. I know who Clavicular is. You know, like I said. And once again, he was only able to do that because he has something called pretty privilege. And I probably have that too, but I don't carry myself as a pretty boy that much. As far kind of okay. Hopefully I can see this, Joe. That's a real good shrimp. I don't know where they got it from, so I can't really shout it out. I just started crushing this. That's what time is that? I'm on 8 minutes. 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I got about 24 seconds left, so I did about how many? I did 4 shrimps. And like I said, a lot of people don't like eating this stuff, but I eat it since I'm in Maryland, I eat it for cultural reasons and tradition. But on a higher level, this stuff is alive. It's alive, so it has like a soul and everything, so you can get the benefits of eating it, you know, which is what nutrients is. That's what nutrients is. That's what keeps us alive. What do you make? How do y'all think we keep alive? How do you think we all stay alive? As well as the vegetables too. Like allegedly, this thing is alive. You know, once again, we can't see it with the naked eye, and we can't hear it and everything. But it is what it is. I see one of my videos just stopped. Hold on, let me pause it because I want to keep. I don't even want to drop the phone. Hold on. I'm still around. I'm just in the other room. I'm on the big TV, the big smart TV that I took a picture of on Twitter. And if you be like, oh, we didn't see that. It's all supposed to be connected. You all supposed to be looking at every single video and every single Twitter thing. I'm not doing this for no reason. We're all supposed to be in sync with each other. We're all supposed to be all caught up with each other. Because eventually I'm going to have to stop making the videos so you all can catch up and all that. Like I said, I want to get all this stuff out. I want to be done with all this by the end of the week. And then by pretty much by the start of May, we could actually do the work. Well, we're supposed to be doing the work now, but May will be like a fresh start, and that'll be like, it feels warmer outside. It makes you feel good. It makes you actually wanna. It makes you wanna do better. You know what I mean? Like I said, this stuff is really fun. I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, everybody should be doing this. I guess you would call it a content creator. So if you could research it, and like I said, I didn't do nothing. Everybody has a cell phone. It comes with a camera. I think that may be what it's for. That may be the end game of what cell phones are for. So we are like, well, that's what it's for. So we can all be connected. So we can all be connected. But that's why I said this is like an upgrade, like YouTube and social media. That's like the extra step to cell phones. And that's why it's all good to stick together, because Steve Jobs wasn't the first person to make the cell phone. He didn't make social media. You know what I mean? Like I said, he just perfected a specific type of phone, an American-made phone. And not even specifically him. No disrespect to him, but it was, it was like people it's something called quants, if you will. At the very least, like I don't want to, just put it all in that one general quant thing. But just very high intellectual people. Because I don't know how y'all made this stuff. Like I said, I find it hard to believe that it was just one person. You know what I mean? Like I would like to have that imagination that y'all would be doing, like how I'm doing right now, and just having these epiphanies, which it is. I'm pretty sure y'all did have the epiphany, but like to have that design of the iPhone, the what is those called? The gadgets in the phone, the bezels in the phone, and all that good stuff. Okay, so just like that, I just finished the shrimp, and they're already cooked, by the way. I was gonna put them in the microwave. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I got 9 shrimp. I ate a bunch of them yesterday with the 2 sausages. And like I said, I got them all in that little, this is shells, all shells. This is the corn. Y'all can have the corn. Here you go. Happy 420. Okay. Like I said, I'm not about to eat it right now. And sure, I got this bag out. Okay, now that's a big boy. And I'm sorry to PETA. Like I said, I love animals. They're excellent. But I'm sure you all eat. I can't even say that because some may be vegetarian and all that good stuff. Because I was too. But I realized that we have to have that stuff. So, like I said, this is for educational purposes. Hope you all see it. And it's so delicious. I was gonna say that's all of it. It's still some in there. Okay, so like I said, I washed my hands and everything so I could really get in there, And everybody loves seafood. You can't go wrong with this stuff. Cause it's not. I was gonna say it's not too fattening, but it's just you could eat a bunch of it. Like every weekend, a long time ago, my grandfather, they used to have a crab cookout. You know what I mean? Because we really from the city and all that. They would bring beer out, crabs, music. Everybody be there. And like I said, they're very easy to open. All you gotta do is just snap, just clap, clap. So I'm guessing they went to a very a very decent place to get their crabs, because even though people like to be cheap and everything, I still recommend spending a lot of money on crabs, because they'll be like, oh, it's the same crab. Sometimes, but you gotta pay for quality, because if you don't know, it takes a lot to get these type of crabs. They have a show called America's Deadly Catch, maybe. And they do crab fishing. And I was looking at that career, I was like, oh shit, that's a very dangerous job. That joint no joke. Just to get this beautiful thing. Okay, about to come out. Yeah, very, very delicious. Like I said, I'm gonna show y'all all the good crab meat because people that eat seafood, I know they really appreciate me doing this. I know people will probably pay me to do this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Just to get all this crab meat. You know, because nowadays I like crab cakes because it has more lump crab. And like I said, but these are really good crab legs though. Like I said, I don't know what type. But it's not a king crab. Well, it might be a king crab, but it's not like them joints that you see on the luxurious channels, like those monster joints. Like I don't think I can eat something like that nowadays. You know, those things could look too alien. You know what I mean? Now, the health benefits of crabs, I forgot what it was, but I'm pretty sure they're very, very healthy. A long time ago, we used to eat imitation crab. I didn't really care for that. It didn't taste like nothing. It tastes like rubber. But with this, it has a little bit more flavor. I don't know if because they put that little seasoning or whatever. And you usually put butter on it. But like I said, I usually don't do sauce. And like I said, I hope I'm showing it because I didn't even, because it's like I said, it's harder than it look. I can't really look. I got y'all mounted on a coffee on a coffee. What the fuck is this called? The thing that you brew the coffee in. Like I said, I got my video playing in the background just to hear how it sounds. Cause like I said, I want to get the best content for y'all so I could get my point across. I want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. I want to make sure you all can see me clearly. I don't really care for that. You know how like when you stand the phone up, it's like, what is it, horizontal or vertical? Like I want it to be full screen. I don't like how has like just like in the middle. But at least that means y'all will focus on me more, I guess. You know, like I said, it's all about production and aesthetics. Like I said, I'm doing this for y'all. I'm not really doing this for like I said, I'm doing this for money and to spread the word. You know what I mean? And like I said, all I did was I just washed my hands with soap. Y'all see me clean my hands. And like I said, I think it may even taste better. I think it's because, like I said, this may be spiritual, like me having this spiritual connection with the crab and the shrimp. Because, like I said, all these things were alive at one point. And then in other religions, like remember how I showed y'all the true religion genes? That fat dude, I hate to be disrespectful, but that fat dude, that's not really Buddha, but they call him Buddha. And they have this religion called Buddhism. And they had these ideologies where they had these ideologies where we could have been these things before. Like this, like how I'm talking right now, I could have been him. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing to treat people with love and respect, because you never know. Like how this crab is there right now, he could be a human right now. He could be one of my viewers from another past life. And like I said, I could get into all that stuff, but if you want to go ahead, you can search the stuff up yourself. Like I said, all this stuff is free information. All you gotta do is click on Google. But like I said, I'm a Black Pill channel. Once you learn this stuff, you can't unlearn it. You know. So this stuff is college level and above knowledge. So like I said, I sacrificed a lot to get this type of knowledge. Because as y'all can see, I really study this stuff. I'm not in a, you don't see no paper and pen. I'm just, like I said, I'm just flowing. I'm not cooking crabs, but I'm just cracking crabs down, And like I said, it wasn't too much crab meat, but this lump right here, just eating this is very, very tasty. I'm not going to eat it on camera. I know people want to see me eat it on camera. But I'm not really hungry right now. And once again, I haven't ate since the. Oh, I was about to say, I was about to lie to y'all. I was about to say I haven't ate since the McDonald's run. But I just showed y'all the what's the name? This. But that was yesterday though. That was Sunday at what time was that? That was like 12 in the morning, I think. The time is holy shit. It is 3 p.m. Monday, April 20th. I had no idea. Like I said, I've been on my phone all day. If you could check my Twitter, I've been posting a lot, trying to promote this stuff. See ya. Okay. And I can't even show the rest. Like I said, it's 24 minutes. I'm at 21. So like I said, there's meat in here too. This is like their body. This is not their main body, but this is like their. I don't know. I don't know. I got to do my research, like on the crabs and all that. Because like I said, I want to be an educational, factual channel. You know, I'm not just talking shit. You know. Okay. So that's it. Like I said, I showed the crabs. Like I said, my hands all. I was about to say lobstery. It's crabby. You know, they don't fuck around. Like if they catch you, this thing will literally cut my hand off. Y'all see how skinny my fingers are. I don't know how to grow those. I guess I just got to keep working them out. You know. But that's it. I'm gonna just wash my hands real quick. I'm gonna run it up till 24 minutes. I think I'm at 22. It stopped raining. It's still very, very windy though. So I just wash my hands, nothing major. I put all the shells in the bag. Oh, fuck. So I was gonna show it together. So as you can see, my meal will be unpeeled shrimp, unpeeled jumbo shrimp, and I'll say unpeeled crab. I'm pretty sure there's an elegant way of saying that. Unshelled crab. Also, usually when you're at a restaurant, they will give you a cracker, so you don't got to worry about doing it with your fingers, or they may give you some scissors, and you could just snip it. But you know, I like to be a man, and you know, like I just said, I think it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual connection when you work with your hands, whether it be with building houses, doing lawn mowing, carpentry, all that good stuff. All right, so that's the video. I'm at 24 minutes. All the thing says I have until 24:27, so I'll just keep running it up. I was in the kitchen.
Like I said, it could go down anywhere.
You know, just show my video on the thing. Hold on, let me show it. Okay, never mind. That jump about to cut off. All right, love y'all. Enjoy the video.
I get on it. I don't got time to be recording and all that weird shit. Okay, so once again, this is Rose Croft. This is where I learned how to drive. My grandma told me how to drive over here. Basic parking. And this is my old neighborhood. I used to live
Perfect.
here.
Perfect.
Going to that neighborhood.
And see, if I didn't do this right now, I would have been having to peel these one by one by one by one.
I can't turn the camera around. That would have to.
That's all.